Everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some new drugstore products. First thing I have to review is the new Revlon Rose Gold Hydrating Illuminating Primer. Octulli and Revlon did send this to me, so I wanted to review it to see what I thought about it. They also sent over, but I actually did a review on this already. It's the Revlon Candid Foundation, and I actually really liked it, but then they also sent over a concealer, and then they also sent over their new Candid Anti-Pollution Setting Powder. So I figured I would do a review on all three of these along with the primer. So if you guys want to see what I think about it, then please keep watching. I reviewed the foundation and I like it, but I never tried out the setting powder and the concealer, so I'm super excited to see how they work. They also sent me a shade that kind of looks a little dark. It's in the shade Toast. Ooh. I don't think that's gonna work for me. No. No way. Alright, so let's get started. This is the new Revlon Photoready Rose Gold Rose Quartz Hydrating Primer. So it looks like this, and on the back it says, place a few drops into hand, rub together to melt oil beads, apply to face for illuminated skin, wear alone or under cream, liquid, or powder foundation. It says it retails for $13.99. That's getting a little high up there. Alright, so let's put a little on my hand like it says, and rub it together like it says, and put it on my face. Need a little bit more. It feels very wet and sticky, but it does make my face look very glowy. I want to wait a minute to see if it will dry, because imagine putting powder foundation on this, like, really stickiness. It is drying a little, but it's still pretty sticky. Alright, so let's just go into the foundation. Since this is so dark, I'm going to do one drop on each face and use a beauty blender. I'm looking a little orange. Let's bring it down. So if you guys didn't see my full review on the foundation that I made a while ago, did about like 4 months ago, I will put in the description box, but I really like this foundation. It looks so good. I think it's a kind of a foundation that you probably don't even need to set because it dries really quickly. So yeah, I know this shade is a little dark. I should use the one that I had, but I can't find it where I put it. Yeah, it's a little dark. I mean, whatever, it gives me a nice tan. It's winter time. I'm not wearing shorts, so it's okay. So let's go right into the concealer. This I've never tried, so I'm super excited. They sent the shade Oat. This retails for $10.99, the foundation, which is actually really good. Because if you guys see like some of my other reviews, some of the foundations are like almost $20. And the concealer retails for $9.99. So I'm not going to go too much into detail about the foundation because I did make a whole separate video about it. But the concealer says it's a concealer with caffeine, antioxidants, anti-pollution, anti-blue light, without sulfates, no harsh fragrance, oil-free, and medium coverage. So let's see how it works. So it looks exactly like the foundation. Literally, look at the color range. It's so different. Okay, and then it has, ooh, so when you, I thought it was a tube that you squeezed, but it's actually not. It has a spoolie, so when you pull it out, it has like a little spoolie. So let's go right into it. It says it's supposed to be medium, but just, you know how sometimes you can kind of tell when you apply it? it looks like it's like full. So I'm going to blend that in real quick before I do the other one because it feels like it dries a little. Okay, yeah, it's definitely medium. It's kind of picking a little of the foundation off right here. It feels like, it doesn't feel that dry, but when you apply it with the spoolie, it feels like it's going to be dry. Like it's not like super creamy when you put it on. See, like, there's not like a lot of product on the spoolie. Here we go. Yeah, it's doing it again. It's picking up some foundation here. Put some on my nose to even out my face. You know? The dark foundation. It's okay though. See, we're making it work. Sorta. And it's definitely medium. I still have darkness. It's not full coverage. I think it dries pretty quickly, so you really got to get in there right away. The foundation I like. I'm not really going into too much detail because I did film a review on the foundation, and I really like the foundation already. The concealer, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but let's just set it. We're going to use the new Revlon Photoready Candid Anti-Pollution Setting Powder. This is in the shade 001. Let's see how many shades there are. I guess there's only one color. So yeah, let's just go right into it. It opens like that, but it's so messy. Alright, so I'm going to take a brush that I normally use. I'm going to put some on there and let's set it. I'm going to set my entire face too with it. Alright, so a couple of things. It feels so smoothly, feels really nice. I set my entire face and my face looks really good, but my under eyes do look dry. And I don't think it's the setting powder, I think it's the concealer because my under eyes were looking dry before I even applied setting powder. I don't know, my skin looks really good after applying the setting powder. Everything just looks really matte and smoothed out. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and I will be right back with my final thoughts. Hello, I am back. So let's get into my final thoughts about all these products that we just tested out. And I know I said this like a couple times. This I was not really reviewing because I did do a review on this and I liked it a lot. And let's be real, I think I kind of worked this color. I mean, when I back up, you can definitely see the difference. But I mean, now you can't. I think I made it work. It looks okay. I think I look pretty tan, and as long as I wear a turtleneck, I think it will look even better. But I already loved this foundation. But so the other thing was the concealer. I don't love the concealer. I mean, it's not like an awful concealer. I mean, it did its job. It brightened up my face. It's medium coverage. I mean, I still have some darkness. I really don't think it's a bad concealer. I just don't think it's the best thing I've ever tried in my entire life where you need to go out and get it right now because you'll regret it if you don't. Like, you know, it's just, I don't think it's the best thing in the entire world. I think that there are better concealers for sure. My under eyes looked dry before I even applied setting powder. So, I mean, I think this is just a pretty drying concealer in my opinion. I don't know. I just don't think it's the best thing in the entire world. I mean, it's good. It does its job. I don't think it's like you need this right now. The last thing is the Revlon Rose Gold Hydrating Illuminating Primer. I actually really like this, which is a little shocking for me because I usually don't like like a hydrating primer, if I'm being honest. Like if I had to choose, I prefer something that's a little bit more pore filling, like a silicone, or if I do like ever use some type of like liquidy primer, it's more like a purple primer or a red primer if I'm trying to color correct. But to be honest, I actually kind of liked it. It did make my skin look really like glowy before the foundation. I mean, I don't think it looks glowy now. I think the foundation you put on top of it covers up the glowiness. I don't think I look like really dewy and stuff like that right now. I actually really liked this. It did make my skin look really glowy, and it did feel very hydrating, and it kind of felt a little plumped because it was so hydrated. I thought this was really nice. And the next thing, which I kind of think is my favorite actually, I don't know, Rose Glow Primer and the setting powder I think are my favorite. I actually really like this. I know I said my under eyes did look dry, but they looked dry before I applied the setting powder, so I'm not counting the dryness from the setting powder because I did set my entire face and my entire face did not look dry. This setting powder is actually really nice, especially because it's drugstore and it has like a lot of product in there, and I have actually never liked a drugstore setting powder, if I'm being honest, like a loose powder. I do have the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. That's a good one, but I never really liked a translucent setting powder. My skin feels so silky. Setting my entire face, it went on like butter. It felt so nice. And when I was applying my bronzer, because sometimes if you don't set your face well enough and then you go and apply bronzer, like you'll start getting you'll start getting very blotchy because the bronzer is sticking onto the wet foundation. But this, after setting my face, my bronzer went on like butter. It went on so smooth. I actually really like this a lot. This is just so good. I know I said the concealer was good, but it's not something that you need to go out right now. I personally think that if you guys don't have a translucent powder, I think this is a great translucent drugstore powder, where if you don't have one, I definitely suggest getting this because it made my skin, like my skin looks so good. It feels very silky going onto the skin, and this is like hands down a thumbs up for sure. That is my review on some of these new Revlon Photoready products. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are not already, please don't forget to subscribe before you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.